A window into a portion of a database is A. Schema, B. View, C. Query, D. Data dictionary. Correct answer B. View. View is a logical portion of a database which is needed by some users. Which of the following are introduced to reduce the overheads caused by the log-based recovery? A. Checkpoints, B. Indices, C. Deadlocks, D. Locks. Correct answer A. Checkpoints. Checkpoints are introduced to reduce overheads caused by the log-based recovery. The relationship associating the weak entity sets with the identifying entity set is called as dash. A. Identifying relationship, B. Connecting relationship, C. Completing relationship, D. Unique relationship. Correct answer A. Identifying relationship. The relationship associating the weak entity sets with the identifying entity set is called as an identifying relationship. An identifying set is a many-to-one from the weak entity set to the identifying entity set. To include integrity constraint in an existing relation, use A. Create table, B. Modify table, C. Alter table, D. Drop table. Correct answer C. Alter table. Syntax: alter table. Table name: add constraint, where constraint can be any constraint on the relation. The situation where the lock waits only for a specified amount of time for another lock to be released is A. Lock timeout, B. Wait wound, C. Timeout, D. Wait. Correct answer A. Lock timeout. The timeout scheme is particularly easy to implement and works well if transactions are short and if long waits are likely to be due to deadlocks. In ER diagram, generalization is represented by A. Ellipse, B. Dashed ellipse, C. Rectangle, D. Triangle. Correct answer D. Triangle. Ellipse represents attributes, rectangle represents entity. Given the basic ER and relational models, which of the following is incorrect? A. An attribute of an entity can have more than one value. B. An attribute of an entity can be composite. C. In a row of a relational table, an attribute can have more than one value. D. In a row of a relational table, an attribute can have exactly one value or a null value. Correct answer C. In a row of a relational table, an attribute can have more than one value. It is possible to have several values for a single attribute provided it is a multi-valued attribute, which is a bottom-up approach to database design that design by examining the relationship between attributes. A. Functional dependency, B. Database modeling, C. Normalization, D. Decomposition. Correct answer C. Normalization. Normalization is the process of removing redundancy and unwanted data. The purpose of an NRE association is A. To capture a parent-child relationship, B. To deal with one-to-many relationships, C. To deal with relationships that involve more than two tables, D. To represent an inheritance relationship. Correct answer C. To deal with relationships that involve more than two tables. D is binary NRE association, meaning more than two classes are involved in the relationship. A lock that prevents the use of any tables in the database from one transaction while another transaction is being processed is called A. Database level lock, B. Table level lock, C. Page level lock, D. Row level lock. Correct answer A. Database level lock. Database level lock prevents the use of any tables in the database from one transaction while another transaction is being processed. Which one of the following is a failure to a system? A. Boot crash. B. Read failure. C. Transaction failure. D. All of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Transaction failure. Types of system failure are transaction failure, system crash and disk failure. What is the main limitation of hierarchical databases? A. Limited capacity, unable to hold much data. B. Limited flexibility in accessing data. C. Overhead associated with maintaining indexes. D. The performance of the database is poor. Correct answer B. Limited flexibility in accessing data. In this, the data items are placed in a tree-like hierarchical structure. Consider money is transferred from one account A to account B and to account B to account A. Which of the following form a transaction? A. Only one. B. Only two. C. Both one and two individually. D. Either one or two. Correct answer C. Both one and two individually. The term transaction refers to a collection of operations that form a single logical unit of work. A dash index is the one which satisfies all the columns requested in the query without performing further lookup into the clustered index. A. Clustered. B. Non-clustered. C. Covering. D. B3. Correct answer C. Covering. A covered query is a query where all the columns in the query's result set are pulled from non-clustered indexes. The goal of hashing is to produce a search that takes A. O1 time. B. O(n) square time. C. O log n time. D. O(n) log n time. Correct answer A. O1 time. Time complexity is given by the big O notation. A table on the many side of a one-to-many or many-to-many relationship must A. Be in second normal form. B. Be in third normal form. C. Have a single attribute key. D. Have a composite key. Correct answer D. Have a composite key. The relation in second normal form is also in first normal form and no partial dependencies on any column in primary key. Which view that contains more than one table in the top level from clause of the select statement? A. Join view. B. Datable join view. C. Updatable join view. D. All of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Updatable join view. The delete statement is used to delete rows in a table. The update statement is used to update existing records in a table. The insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. The RAID level which mirroring is done along with stripping is A. RAID 1 plus 0. B. RAID 0. C. RAID 2. D. Both RAID 1 plus 0 and RAID 0. Correct answer D. Both RAID 1 plus 0 and RAID 0. Mirroring without stripping can also be used with arrays of disks to give the appearance of a single large, reliable disk. Which oracle is the join condition is specified using the where clause? A. Oracle 9i. B. Oracle 8i. C. Pre-Oracle 9i. D. Pre-Oracle 8i. Correct answer C. Pre-Oracle 9i. Oracle 9i is a version of the Oracle database. The I stands for Internet to indicate that 9i is Internet ready. The complexity of the average case of an algorithm is A. much more complicated to analyze than that of worst case. B. Much more simpler to analyze than that of worst case. C. Sometimes more complicated and some other times simpler than that of worst case. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer A. Much more complicated to analyze than that of worst case. Algorithmic complexity is concerned about how fast or slow particular algorithm performs. The assumption that hardware errors and bugs in the software bring the system to a halt but do not corrupt the non-volatile storage contents is known as the A. Stop assumption, B. Fail assumption, C. Halt assumption, D. Fail stop assumption. Correct answer D. Fail stop assumption. Well-designed systems have numerous internal checks at the hardware and the software level that bring the system to a halt when there is an error. Hence, the fail-stop assumption is a reasonable one. In the dash scheme, a transaction that wants to update the database first creates a complete copy of the database. A. Shadow copy, B. Shadow paging, C. Update log records, D. All of the mentioned. Correct answer A. Shadow copy. If at any point the transaction has to be aborted, the system merely deletes the new copy. The old copy of the database has not been affected. Statement 1. We can create foreign key constraints on relational schema derived from ER diagram. Statement 2. Relational schema cannot be derived from an ER diagram. A. Both the statements are true. B. Both the statements are false. C. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. D. Statement 2 is true and statement 1 is false. Correct answer C. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. We can create foreign key constraints on relational schema derived from ER diagram, and also it is possible to derive relational schema from ER diagrams. For a binary many-to-many relationship, the dash of the participating entity sets becomes the prime attribute. A. Intersection of primary keys. B. Primary key of either one. C. Union of primary keys. D. Primary key on the many side. Correct answer C. Union of primary keys. For a binary many-to-many relationship, the union of the primary keys of the participating entity sets becomes the prime attribute. All aggregate functions except dash ignore null values in their input collection. A. Count attribute. B. Count asterisk. C. Average. D. Sum. Correct answer B. Count asterisk. Asterisk is used to select all values including null. The predicate in a where clause can involve Boolean operations such as AND. The result of true and unknown is dash false, and unknown is dash, while unknown and unknown is dash. A. Unknown, unknown and false. B. True, false and unknown. C. True, unknown and unknown. D. Unknown, false and unknown. Correct answer D. Unknown, false and unknown. Which of the following is used to store movie and image files? A. CLOB, B. BLOB, C. Binary, D. Image. Correct answer B. BLOB. SQL therefore provides large object data types for character data, CLOB, and binary data, BLOB. The letters LOB in these data types stand for large object. Once the head has reached the desired track, the time spent waiting for the sector to be accessed to appear under the head is called the dash. A. Access time, B. Average seek time, C. Seek time, D. Rotational latency time. Correct answer D. Rotational latency time. Rotational speeds of disks today range from 5,400 rotations per minute, 90 rotations per second, up to 15,000 rotations per minute, 250 rotations per second, or, equivalently, 4 milliseconds to 11.1 milliseconds per rotation. 1 approach to standardization storing of data. A. MIS. B. Structured programming. C. Codicil specification. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Codicil specification. Codicil is an acronym for Conference on Data Systems Languages. While inserting the record into the index, if the search key value does not appear in the index, A. The system adds a pointer to the new record in the index entry. B. The system places the record being inserted after the other records with the same search key values. C. The system inserts an index entry with the search key value in the index at the appropriate position. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. The system inserts an index entry with the search key value in the index at the appropriate position. If the index entry stores pointers to all records with the same search key value, the system adds a pointer to the new record in the index entry. If a node is locked in - explicit locking is being done at a lower level of the tree, but with only shared mode locks. A. Intention lock modes. B. Intention shared exclusive mode. C. Intention exclusive mode. D. Intention shared mode. Correct answer A. Intention lock modes. There is an intention mode associated with shared mode, and there is one with an exclusive mode. EMPDT1 EMP code name, street, city, state, pin code. For any pin code, there is only one city and state. Also, for given street, city and state, there is just one pin code. In normalization terms, EMPDT1 is a relation in A. First NF only. B. Second NF and hence also in first NF. C. Third NF and hence also in second NF and first NF. D. BC NF and hence also in third NF, second NF and first NF. Correct answer B. Second NF and hence also in first NF. The relation in second normal form is also in first normal form and no partial dependencies on any column in primary key. What do double diamonds represent in an ER diagram? A. They link entity sets to relationship sets. B. Total participation of an entity in a relationship set. C. Relationship sets linked to weak entity sets. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Relationship sets linked to weak entity sets. The double diamonds represent the relationship sets linked to weak entity sets. Weak entity sets are the sets that do not have a primary key. Declare out of classroom seats condition. Declare exit handler for out of classroom seats. Begin. Sequence of statements. End. The above statements are used for A. Calling procedures. B. Handling exception. C. Handling procedures. D. All of the mentioned. Correct answer B. Handling exception. The SQL procedural language also supports the signaling of exception conditions and declaring of handlers that can handle the exception, as in this code. Which forms has a relation that possesses data about an individual entity? A. Second NF. B. Third NF. C. Fourth NF. D. Fifth NF. Correct answer C. Fourth NF. A table is in fourth NF if and only if, for every one of its non-trivial multi-valued dependencies X,